The man walked toward the house, but when he knocked on the door, no one answered. Seeing the light still on inside, Jack decided to press forward and approach the woman directly. He explained that he was lost in the desert and hoped she could offer some help. Strangely, Mary still didn't respond. Instead, she simply invited Jack to sit down and have some food. With no better option, Jack agreed. However, as he stared at the contents of the bowl, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, yet Mary seemed to be enjoying her meal without concern. Perhaps it was the stress of being stranded in the desert, but Jack decided to dump the contents of his bowl into Mary's and simply asked her for a glass of water to quench his thirst. Seeing Mary eating so contently, Jack took the opportunity to ask if she had a phone he could borrow. Mary told him that she lived alone, had no relatives visiting, and didn't need a phone. However, noticing Jack's growing anxiety, she suggested he stay the night since it was too dark to leave safely. With no other choice, Jack reluctantly agreed, but that night, he tossed and turned, unable to fall asleep. Early the next morning, while Mary was still asleep, Jack quietly left some cash on the table and prepared to leave. Yet, as he looked out over the valley, something felt terribly wrong. The terrain was extremely dangerous, with no visible path to climb out. The only way up was the chain ladder he had used the night before, but when Jack reached the ladder's location, he found only the wall-mounted rungs remaining. The ladder itself was now missing, and the remaining rungs were too short for him to reach. Left with no other option, Jack returned to the house, but Mary was still sound asleep. Frustrated, Jack had no choice but to wait outside. Out of boredom, he pulled out his camera to review his recordings, only to discover that everything in this place seemed disturbingly strange.